Good evening, children. I hope everyone are doing fine. Let us continue with the chapter Microorganisms, Friends and Foes. So today we will be dealing with the topic food preservation and diseases caused by microorganisms in case of animals and plants. So children, in our previous class we learned about food spoilage due to the action of few microorganisms. So what are the techniques to preserve this food for a long duration? So there are few steps for food preservation, or we call it as methods of food preservation. So before that, let us know what is food preservation. So food preservation aims at preventing the spoilage of food products by either killing or inhibiting the growth of microorganism. So food preservation is nothing but the main aim is to prevent the spoilage of food products. So whatever the food it might be. So this food preservation will either kill or inhibit the growth of microorganism. It never allow any microorganism to grow on the food. It will stop their growth and it will kill. So by this method, we preserve the food. And there are various methods of food preservation, that is sun drying, refrigeration and deep freezing, pasteurization, sugaring, salting and chemical preservation. Let us study one by one in detail. So children, first method of preservation is sun drying. Name itself says. So we are drying the moistured food, whether it might be fruits or vegetables. Okay, so let us see. This method is used for preserving and storing raw vegetables and certain fruits. Okay, so drying in the sun will reduce the moisture content which is present in the food, as even microorganisms do not grow in dry conditions. So if it exceeds the temperature, microorganism doesn't grow. Okay, so it becomes easy to store dried vegetables like cauliflower, fenugreek and mint, and fruits like mango, apple and also peach in airtight container. Okay, so in the picture you can see the tomato is being cut into pieces, into slice, and they are drying it under the sun. So this is one of the method to preserve the food for a long duration. It has been applied for many fruits and raw vegetables. So we have observed dry fruits and all, right? And even many of the raw vegetables is been dried like this. And I've given few examples also. Okay, this is one of the method. Next method of food preservation is refrigeration and deep freezing. So everybody are aware of refrigerators. So why it is meant for, right? So here exposure of microorganism to lower temperature will reduce their rate of growth and reproduction. So usually microorganisms will grow in a normal room temperature. Okay, so when it is less than room temperature in case of refrigerators, so microorganism doesn't grow. So that is the reason we preserve all the food in refrigerator. Okay, and also their mode of their reproduction process also doesn't occur in case of low temperature. Okay, and this principle is used in refrigeration and also freezing. So in refrigerator we see temperature like 5 degrees Celsius and this food remains unspoiled. However, in case of freezer, it is up to minus 17 degrees Celsius. It is minus 17 degrees Celsius. Okay, microorganisms may be killed in this temperature. And cooked food and meat products can be preserved in deep freezers. Always the cooked food and a few, what do you say, meat products has to be preserved in deep freezers. Okay. Next method of food preservation is pasteurization. You people have seen there is a word mentioned on every milk packet, that is pasteurized milk. So why they mention this name? This is kind of food preservation technique or method. Okay, so it is a method of heat treatment that is used mainly for milk. So by heating the milk at temperature approx 70 degrees Celsius to 72 degrees Celsius for 15 seconds, and then they start cooling it rapidly to 10 degrees Celsius. So all disease causing microorganisms, that is bacteria, it has been completely destroyed. And the milk which we get at dairy booths and the Tetra Pak milk which we buy from shops is pasteurized milk. Okay, so this is one of the method. Next is sugaring. Okay, so name itself says we are preserving the food products with sugar. So sugaring is used to preserve fruits such as apples, apricots, and also plums in a sugary syrup. So sugar is a dehydrate. It will dehydrate the food items and also prevent the growth of microorganisms. So next method, that is salting. So same way we used sugar, same way we use salt to prevent the spoilage of food. Okay, so salt is a natural food preservative. We call it as a natural preservative that draws out moisture from the food as well as from the cells of the microorganism that may be present in it. Okay, so lack of moisture will kill this microorganism and hence prevent food from spoiling. Salt is commonly used to preserve fish, meat, and also pickles. Next is the method of food preservation is chemical preservation. So we are adding chemicals to preserve few foods. Okay, so if you look at the ingredients labels of different preserved food items, you will read the names of chemicals like sodium benzoate, sorbic acid, sodium metabisulfite, and citric acid. So these are all the chemicals that they use for preserving the food. So all of these chemicals either inhibit the activity of bacteria or even they can kill. So here is a picture shows about chemical preservatives. So different chemical preservatives that has been used, which involves traditional chemical food preservatives that we already studied, that is sugar and salt. Next is acidulants, that is benzoic acid, sorbic acid, lactic acid, and also gaseous chemical food preservatives, or we call it as leavening agents, that is sulfur dioxide and sulfites, also carbon dioxide. So these are all the chemical preservatives to preserve the food from spoilage. Next topic is about diseases caused by microorganism in case of animals. So here are the following diseases that is caused in case of animals by microorganism. The diseases are as follows, that is anthrax, foot and mouth disease, fowl pox, bird flu, and distemper. So these are the diseases that is caused in case of animals by microorganism. Let us study one by one. First is about anthrax. This is an infectious bacterial disease in case of sheep and also cattle. So this anthrax is caused by bacteria and it is also called as bacterial diseases. It is widely seen in case of cattle and sheep. Here you can see how bacteria look like. So it is a microscopic view. Okay. So how it is been spreading? So when domestic and wild animals such as cattle, sheep, goats, antelope and deer can become infected when they inhale or ingest spores in contaminated soil, plants or water. So they keep on grazing on the grass, right? If the grass has been infected with this bacteria, when it consumes the grass, it enters to its body through the grass. Okay, and then this infect the body of a cattle or any domestic animal which is going to graze on a infected plant. Okay. Next is foot and mouth diseases, especially seen in the parts of foot and mouth in case of animals like sheep, cattle, goats and deer. And this is the viral diseases. It is spreading through virus and especially seen in the parts like foot and mouth. You can see it in the picture how the diseases is recognized in case of foot and mouth. Next disease that caused to animals is fowl pox. It is a viral disease, children. It is caused by viruses. in case of chicken and turkey. You can see the face of chick, so you can see how it has been infected by the virus. Okay, so this is said to be fowl pox. Okay, so next one is bird flu. You people have heard this term bird flu disease. It has been spread in case of chickens again. It is viral diseases seen in poultry. Okay, so one thing about this information regarding this bird flu is in 2008, so around 1 lakh birds had died of bird flu in case in Kolkata. Okay, so in 2006 in Maharashtra, at least 7 lakh birds were killed within a radius of 3 kilometers from the areas affected by the bird flu. So one of the worst epidemics in the history occurred in the 14th century in Europe. So that is 25 million people died due to the bacterial diseases called plague. Okay, in 1876, Robert Koch, who demonstrated that anthrax was caused by the bacterium Bacillus anthracis. Okay, so your picture shows the bird flu spreading in case of poultry. Okay. Next topic that we are looking into is diseases caused by microorganism in case of plants. And here are the disease which is causing from microorganism to the plants. So most plant disease are caused by fungi, bacteria, and also viruses. So such diseases in case of plants are black stem rust, wheat and corn smut, citrus canker, tobacco mosaic virus, yellow vein mosaic of lady's finger. So let us see one by one. So children, here you can see the first diseases in case of plants that we are studying is black stem rust. So this black stem rust is caused by fungi. This one of the most destructive diseases in case of wheat crops, rye and other grasses. And this diseases is seen in this kind of crops. Here in the picture you can notice how the stem is getting rusted. Okay, so you know what actually the rust means, isn't it? And this is caused by the fungi. Next diseases to plants is wheat and corn smut. This is caused by fungi again. This diseases also spreads by spores. Okay, this spores are dispersed by either wind or water that splashes onto young plants. By this agents, the diseases can be spread from one plant to another plant. I think everyone have observed this thing on a lemon. So usually when we buy a lemon, we see some of the spots like this on the lemon. That is said to be citrus canker diseases that is seen in lemon fruit. Okay, that is caused by bacteria. Okay, so usually this lesions, that is open wounds that appears on the leaves as well, and also in the branches and also on the fruits of plants like lemon and orange. So this citrus canker is specially caused for the citrus fruits. Okay, and citrus canker bacteria enter through a plant's stomata or through wounds on the leaves or other green parts. So this is how it causes diseases to the plant. Next diseases is caused to plants is tobacco mosaic, that is caused by virus called as tobacco mosaic virus. Okay, so this viruses cause a disease that is tobacco mosaic. So it begins with a light green coloration between the veins of young tobacco leaves. So then there is a development of mosaic or mottled pattern of light and dark green areas on the leaves. So it can be transmitted from one plant to another by direct contact or by human handling. Okay. So the last diseases in case of plants, that is yellow vein mosaic of lady's finger, especially seen in lady's finger plants. It is caused by virus again. So it is called again as a yellow vein mosaic of lady's finger. It is caused by virus. You can see in the picture children how leaf is getting affected by this viruses. So children, I hope everyone had followed today's concept, and here the chapter completed, that is microorganism, friends and foes. Okay, we saw that many useful microorganisms in many fields. Also there are harmful bacteria, harmful microorganisms which affect us. Okay, so now you got to know the difference between how microorganisms are friendly to us as well as enemy to us, right? So here I've completed the chapter, so worksheet will be sent along with this video. Do solve it and have a good day.